Guys, good morning, good morning, good morning. I'll be on the air soon. I'm going on live at 7 today, not 6. Yes. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. What's happening? I tell you, what these Democrats and the media have been doing over the last 24 hours or so is so freaking disturbing and outrageous. I mean, they are inciting people. They are inciting people big time. Did you see what Castro's brother did? Holy smokes. Good morning. Where is everyone located today? What state or country are you in? I'll be live on the radio in 18 minutes. We just got everything. I was just getting my sound bites together. Let's see, make sure I got the one.
Maria Beto has said he won't.
In words and actions throughout his presidency.
Mike, as you cover me all the time.
Yeah, just getting the commercials, audio sound bites ready. All set up, ready to go. And I'm just sitting here waiting. I'm coming on late, but I'm ready to go on the air now. USA, that's right. Good old US. You don't have to tell us that. With a flag like that, we know exactly where you are, man. Yeah, Joaquin Castro shared the names and employers of Trump donors in San Antonio. Can you freaking believe that? I mean, he's targeting these people. I'm going to start with that when I go on at 6. I mean, that is sick beyond imagination. It really is. But you know, liberals, they have no class. Let me start scummy Periscope up. It's not connecting to Wi-Fi. Let's see here. There we go. Welcome, everyone. I'll be live on the radio in 16 minutes. Liberals are in the closet. Communists, they're not as in the closet as they used to be about it, are they? They're pretty out of it if you out of the closet. I need a new iPad so bad. I don't use an iPad for anything other than Periscope, though, so I don't get myself to buy it. You know, I really don't have a need for an iPad. I just need another device to stream with. Maybe I should buy an old iPhone. Time to move to Android? No, this iPad, I'll never move to Android. This iPad here is 7 years old. Every device I have is Apple. Good morning. Yeah, I'll be on the air in 15 minutes. 15 minutes, coming on at 7 today. Steve's not coming in today, and I need a bit of a break, right? Do you guys all subscribe to my podcast, by the way? The Brian Craig Show podcast? No, I just don't get much time off. I'm taking 2 days off at the end of the month. But, so sometimes, since I don't get really any days off, sometimes I'll come on at 7 if Steve's not coming in. Here we go. Oh, I got to start up Liberty Eagle here. Good morning, Rabbi. Hey, Rabbi. Now I'm going to start with this Joaquin Castro ridiculous doxing of Trump donors and his. I mean, it's just outrageous. I mean, they're really encouraging violence against Trump supporters. All right, so I've got all the live streams on early. I'm not going to be on the air for 13 minutes. Yep. Hey, Stanley. Hey, 420. Is everyone subscribed to my podcast, the Brian Craig Show podcast? I'm on all kinds of apps. I hope you all are subscribed. And if you'd like to become a Patreon supporter, that'd be great. Patreon.com/Real Brian Craig Show. Patreon.com/Real Brian Craig Show. Hey, Jody. What's happening? What's happening? I'm all set up and ready to go. But I've got 12 minutes till showtime, so. First thing I'm going to talk about today is Castro giving the names and employers of Trump donors in San Antonio. I mean, that is dangerous. Oh, Apple is the best. Everything I have. This is my MacBook Pro. The only computer I have that's not Apple is the one here that plays our commercials, which is a ancient Windows XP. All I use it for is to connect to the station and play the commercials, so I don't mind it. Apple is the best. The computers last longer. My iPad is no good, but it's almost 8 years old. My iPad mini. I don't use iPads except for Periscope. Yeah. And I like the Apple Cloud. Like today, thank God I had Apple today because I did my audio soundbite editing at home, and I forgot to transfer them to a flash drive or email them to myself. And I got here, I didn't have any of my sound bites, but I opened up my computer, and because I'm connected on the cloud on my computer, so it was right there on my desktop. Hey, Neil, what's going on? What's going on? Yeah, the media, the liberal media, and the Democrats are inciting violence against Trump supporters. I'm going to talk about when I go on the air at 11 minutes till showtime. 11 minutes till showtime. When you think the Democrats are so low, they go lower. I mean, I'm shocked at what they're doing. The photocopier just moved. There's no photocopier here. Oh boy, so that's what I'm going to start with. Joaquin Castro, I mean, that's just disgusting. I mean, and Nicole Wallace's apology, wasn't her apology just on Twitter? That ain't going to get it for me. She needs to do that on the air. Okay, here it is in the Hill. She apologized. I think it was just on Twitter she apologized. Yeah, that apology doesn't count. Did you move the show, Brian? No, I have not moved the show. Castro's brother, Joaquin Castro, gave out the names and employers of all the Trump donors, the top Trump donors in San Antonio. They're inciting violence. No, I'm just coming on at 7 today. Steve's not coming in today. I get so little time off over the summer. Sometimes I need a little break. You know what I mean? I'm taking 2 days off at the end of the month. I'm going to the opening of that the new Star Wars land at Walt Disney World. And I'm taking 2 days off for that, which is... where's my calendar? The 29th and 30th, I'm taking off. The last 2 days of the month. I'm leaving Wednesday when I get off the air. I'm going to go check into my hotel at Walt Disney World and go to bed and wake up at about 11 o'clock at night and go wait in line for the park to open at 6 a.m. Well, there is too much available publicly. It's pretty disgusting. I'm not too excited about the Star Wars land, tell you the truth. I've seen all the YouTube videos. By the way, is everyone subscribed to my podcast and YouTube channel? The Brian Craig Show podcast, Brian Craig on YouTube. You all subscribe? You should. It helps me a lot. Even if you watch and listen somewhere else, it helps. Well, awesome. I appreciate it. Is there everyone tell me where you found the show. What platform did you find the show on? Radio, Periscope, YouTube, Facebook, iHeart, TuneIn? What platform did you find the show on? Yes. Facebook. Yeah, the Liberty Eagle Facebook Live group, what happened is all the admins got kicked off for some reason. 25 years ago on the radio. Periscope, Facebook. Yes. YouTube. You found me on a cannabis thread on YouTube? Wow. That's Twitter. Yeah, Twitter. Oh, everyone subscribe to my... I know I'm always asking people to subscribe and follow, but that is iHeartRadio, radio. That's what you got to do. Everybody's got to subscribe and follow everywhere. That's all, it's ridiculous. But that's the world we're in now. Oh, yeah. YouTube. Joan found this on YouTube. That's awesome. I'm available everywhere. That's correct. I'm available everywhere. But if you would, if everyone, you got to subscribe to everything I do. I know it's a lot to ask. I know it's crazy. And on Apple Podcasts, the Brian Craig Show on Apple Podcast. I don't mean to keep asking everybody to subscribe and follow, but the media world we are in now, that is what you got to do. And I'm basically a one-man band. You know what I mean? So, I am worldwide, yes. Yeah, so the Liberty Eagle Facebook page, all the administrators got kicked off. I don't know why. And I'm the only person left that has access to the Liberty Eagle Facebook group. So that Facebook group is going to disappear. Dr. Lemaski is not a psychiatrist. She's a psychologist. She doesn't prescribe. Yeah, my wife does a lot. My wife does a lot. Oh, boy, does she do a lot. So I'm telling you that Liberty Eagle Facebook page, which is, I'm not an admin. So I'm the only person that has access to it. It is going to disappear at some point. When? I don't know. It could be 5 years. It could be 5 minutes. I don't know. So I'm telling everyone on Liberty Eagle, subscribe to my YouTube channel. In case one day it's gone. I know. This pathetic world we are in when we have to ask people to constantly subscribe and follow on every freaking platform imaginable. I know it's a pain in the butt. I need a social media manager. Well, I do have a Brian Craig Show podcast Facebook page. Keep growing the brain. It's tough. It's tough. when you're doing it alone. My wife does do a lot, I must say. Yeah, the Liberty Eagle is starting up a YouTube channel. There's no content there yet. But the founders of the Liberty Eagle will be starting that. I posted that. I am on Parler. Instagram and Liberty. If Liberty Eagle disappears, well, the thing about, Neil's asked if I'll go on Instagram Live. The thing about Instagram Live, I'll probably do that. You can only stream 1 hour at a time, so the show's 3 hours. And then, on top of that, it doesn't archive it. So, I don't know. Okay. 3 minutes till showtime. That's me on the radio in the background, so I can tell when they switch us over. PragerU, they do live? Yeah. Well, the thing, PragerU's great. I follow PragerU. They got a budget and a staff. I've got me and my wife and no budget. So, it's tough. It's tough. So, basically, this is word-of-mouth advertising I'm trying to do. But I really need you guys to do 2 things. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Brian Craig. And I know a lot of you have. I've gained 1,000 followers on YouTube in the last couple of months, but I need to get up to that 5,000 mark. And because, the way the algorithms, the reason I always ask you guys to follow and subscribe is because, I'm on is my podcast on Podbean? Check it out, maybe. I'm on about 50 podcast platforms. The algorithms give you recommendations, and you come up in the search engines more when you reach certain milestones. So I need to get that 5,000 on YouTube, and Apple Podcast just updated. So I need everyone to subscribe to my podcast on Apple Podcast, even if you listen somewhere else, because the way the algorithm works on Apple Podcast is the number of new subscriptions, not the number of downloads or anything. The number of new subscriptions is how the algorithm promotes you to new people in suggested podcasts. That's why I keep asking everybody to subscribe and follow everywhere. It's very difficult for a conservative using word-of-mouth advertising, which is basically what I'm doing, to get heard and get out there. The radio stations just went to high power. See, this is the radio show.
How to get rid of, you're right.
Oh, that's 420 on the...
You need cats to get rid of.
Oh, is that Mike? I can't tell. I think that's Mike in Louisiana. Yeah, Brian Craig on YouTube. It exists. I'm live streaming there right now. Okay, here we go. He just switched over to us.
Talk 1470 WNN.
Stop paying an outrageous fortune
All
for
right.
your tires. Go easy on your budget.
Here we go.
Tires at Friendly Tire of Margate, where they have all the major name brand tires.
Yeah, I appreciate it, yeah.
And Firestone
YouTube, I need to really get
prices that absolutely can't be
to
beaten.
5,000. Then I'll be pushing to get the
They're
10. But
available at other tire shops.
let me see. I'm at like 3,300. Why is the station calling me?
$35 at the tire shops around town. Friendly Tire, only $65.
Oh.
That's more than a 50% savings.
It didn't
Those
connect,
prices
hold on.
are out the door and on the road. Free.
Didn't connect. Steve Kane Show. Mm-hmm.
WNN.
Stop paying an outrageous
Let's see, this
fortune
should-
for your tires. Go easy on your budget and buy your tires at Friendly Tire of Margate, where they have all the major name brand tires like Goodyear and Firestone at discount prices that absolutely can't be beaten. Steve Kane's tires for a Sienna van at the other tire shops, $175 a tire. At Friendly Tire, just $75.
All right, we are
Tires
connected.
for my daughter Emily's, $135
Hey guys, welcome. Let me
at
see where I'm at on
tire shops
YouTube.
around town. Friendly Tire, only
Let's see.
$65. That's more than a 50% savings. Those prices are out the door and on the road.
I'm at 3,337 subscribers, so the milestones every 5,000, 5, 10, 15, 20 is the big one. But I got to get to 5,000 before I can start pushing for 20. Too much tech. Yeah, well, that's the world we're in, man.
977-9445. Online, friendlytire.net.
Right now, the U.S. is in the midst of a deadly
Good morning.
opioid epidemic. In South Florida alone, someone suffers an overdose every 2 hours, either from heroin, fentanyl, or some other prescription medication. that's
Yeah,
as
even
close
if you
as the
watch
family
or
medicine
listen
cabinet.
somewhere
In
else,
fact,
subscribe to my
Margaret's
YouTube
medicine
channel and
cabinet is
subscribe to my
constantly
podcast
deteriorating
on
with the
Apple
horrors of
Podcasts.
hardcore addiction down the road. Drug problems left unattended.
Do some
are
live
only
shows
going to
on
get
the
worse.
podcast.
This is not something you can do on your own. You need expert professional.
I don't like to
help.
live
If your
stream the
family is
podcast.
disintegrating in front of your eyes and you feel helpless,
I mean,
I'm here to tell you that help is
I
available.
miss the days
Call
of
my
radio
good
where you
friend
just
Sal at
listened.
Edge Recovery, 561
You know?
area code 523.
So that's why I don't live stream the
4325.
podcast.
This is his personal cell phone, 561-523-4325.
I mean, I have a 3-hour show 5 days a week on YouTube. That's a lot of content.
An intervention and get them into the treatment plan that they need. The Edge Recovery offers every option from
Yeah.
intervention to 30-day rehab to sober.
Well, maybe on
counseling
occasion
with a
I'll do a
licensed
live
therapist,
call-in.
as well as group therapy treatment. It's covered by most insurance, but no matter what your situation is, the Edge Recovery has options for you. Call Sal at the Edge Recovery. Do it today. 561 area code 523-4325. Again, that's Sal's personal cell phone. 561-523-4325.
You can call in on the radio, too. I know, I'm like a panhandler for subscribers, right? I always got my hand out. Follow, subscribe, like, share. I know, it's crazy.
954-753-8080.
But I gotta do it.
Your homeowner's policy. I will advise it.
Hey, all those who have subscribed on YouTube this morning, thank you.
Never review their policy, but it should be reviewed every year. You commercial property owners. Same goes
I'm
for
going to
your
start
property
with
owners.
this Joaquin
So
Castro
you
crap.
Call I Will Advisors and start saving money. 954-753-8080.
All right, you just went over the line.
954-753-8080.
The Steve Kane Show is brought to you by attorney Barry Siegel at the Siegel Law Group. Avoid Kroger with a reformable living.
Here we go.
$350 for single people.
I am on, my podcast is on so many, it's on pretty much every major podcast platform. I'm on iHeart, TuneIn, Apple Podcasts, CastBox, so many. I mean, I'm on maybe 50 different platforms that I know of. Print a t-shirt with my YouTube? Yeah, well, that's getting a little pathetic, isn't it?
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of the station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
The Steve King Show is live in Morning Drive, 6 till 9 a.m. weekdays, and overnights, midnight till 6 a.m. 792.
All righty. Yes. All right, welcome to the program, everyone. We are here live. My name is Brian Craig. It is Wednesday, August 7th, 2019. Oh, boy, hold on. Gotta fix that. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, oh, my goodness. I got a tech problem I just found. Hold on, give me a second, guys. Give me a second. I'll fix it. There we go. It's still there. I'll fix it as the show goes on. Welcome to the program. My name is Brian Craig. You are listening to Florida's longest running radio show, The Steve Kane Show, on the radio since 1977. We're live at Morning Drive, weekday mornings, from 6 until 9 a.m. You know, in the aftermath of these shootings in El Paso and Dayton, Ohio, the mainstream media, I'm talking about Nicole Wallace in particular and some others, the mainstream media and the Democrats have gotten out of control. And, you know, I'm a free speech person, but the limitation on free speech, there are limitations. And the limitations, the main limitation is incitement to violence. And what I am seeing from the left, what I am seeing from the mainstream media is textbook incitement of violence. And there's a lot of trouble coming down the road on this. And I am, Joaquin Castro's where I'm going to start. Joaquin Castro, what Joaquin Castro has done, I don't know if any other person has ever done this before. What he has done is dangerous, and I believe to be an incitement of violence. Listen to this. Now, Joaquin Castro is the brother of Julian Castro. Congressman Joaquin Castro, Democrat from Texas, and the twin brother of Democrat presidential candidate Julian Castro took to Twitter on Monday and posted the names and employers of dozens of individuals residing in his San Antonio congressional district who contributed the maximum amount to President Trump's re-election campaign. Oh my goodness. What's the point of that, Joaquin Castro? What is the point of that? Castro, who serves as the chair of his brother's presidential campaign, posted the names of 44 San Antonio residents who donated the maximum amount to Trump's re-election campaign in what appears to be an attempt to shame them. Wow, wow. Castro wrote, listen to this, sad to see so many San Antonians as 2019 maximum donors to Donald Trump. Castro wrote in a tweet posted to his unverified campaign account before listing the names of some of the specific donors and accusing them of fueling a campaign of hate that labels Hispanic immigrants as invaders. I think this is something I kind of picked up on a week or two ago. I don't think they're invaders. I think they're colonizers. I believe the United States is being colonized by Latin Americans. Colonized. Yeah, they're conquistadors is what they are. I'm not kidding. Breitbart News reached out to Joaquin Castro's team to confirm that the campaign account is, in fact, operated by the congressman. They did not receive a comment. However, Breitbart News can conclude that it is his campaign account, as it was listed in an archived version of his congressional campaign page. Additionally, Julian Castro's national press secretary responded to criticism of the tweet and defended its sentiments, reaffirming that the account is indeed connected to Congressman Joaquin Castro. Wow. Wow. You know, what the hell is he doing? What is the point of listing the names and employers of the Trump donors? It's not just to, it's putting them in danger. You know, I saw some of our liberal trolls in the chat room. Yeah, here they are right now. It's public information. Lots of things are public information. Lots of things. Okay, if you go and search online. And that's a problem. There's too much public information out there. And I'll tell you, this right here is why a lot of people don't, you know, this is dangerous, it's incitement, and it's also intimidation. There are many, many people in this country that are good Trump-supporting conservative Americans who don't donate to Project Veritas and other organizations. Because of this, because they're afraid that their names will be released and they'll be put on a list. That's what the left do. They're stormtroopers, they're thugs. They're Nazis. What Joaquin Castro did, what Joaquin Castro has done is putting people in danger. What purpose does it have? What purpose does it have? And all these people in the chat room who say it's public record, these are people that have fake names and troll accounts who hide their identities. See, this is what the left have always done throughout history. The only difference with the left today in the days of the liberal Democrat Ku Klux Klan is they're doing it in the open now. They're not wearing the hoods anymore. They've taken the hoods off, whether they're intimidating the New York Times or I mean, this is what is the purpose of releasing a list of Trump donors in his district in Texas in the aftermath of this horrific El Paso shooting and giving out their personal information, including their employers? What is the point of that other than to intimidate them? You know, I don't agree with Republicans on everything. I agree with Trump on everything, I'll tell you that, and I will never criticize President Trump. I was talking about this a couple days ago. The number one reason to not be a Democrat is because of crap like this. Okay? I'm liberal on some things like gay rights and gay marriage. I would never be a Democrat for a lot of reasons, but I'll tell you this. This is one of the reasons not to be a Democrat. And I'll tell you another thing. They talk about gun control so much. The number one reason to oppose gun control legislation is not the Second Amendment guarantee of our gun rights. It's because look at how the left operate. If we were an unarmed population, what would the liberals do in power to us? What would they do? Everything they do, they're still running their Klan tactics just without the hoods. The Ku Klux Klan was the original Democrat community activist organization. And when the Democrats had their first community activist organization, the Ku Klux Klan, the purpose of it was what? To intimidate Republican voters. Now, they were black voters, but it was to intimidate Republican voters. They're doing the same thing now. They're just doing it in the open, and they're not wearing hoods. What Julian Castro has done is dangerous. And for the, it's one thing to, sometimes people do something on Twitter or they'll say something and they weren't in their right mind and they'll, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that, and they'll retract it. That's okay. We all say and do things sometimes that we regret. But they're defending it. They're defending this. And to do something like this, to target individuals in Texas after this shooting incident is clear incitement, possibly to violence. It's dangerous. Democrats are dangerous. Julian Castro should be held accountable for what his brother did. His brother's running his campaign. Could you imagine if someone from the Trump organization released the names of top Hillary donors during the campaign or the top donors with their employers in this campaign on any of these candidates? It would be wrong. Trump would never do it. If someone from his campaign did it, he'd condemn it. But Democrats, the tolerant left, they're so tolerant they cannot tolerate those who disagree with them. That's how tolerant they are. And to them, that's liberal logic. It makes sense. Your thoughts on this on both sides. 1-888-GO-CANE-1. By the way, if Julian Castro ever did become president, don't worry, it won't happen. But if he did, he's got an identical twin brother. You think they would ever play that twin game and switch off? 1-465-2631. Do identical twins have identical fingerprints? 1-888-GO-CANE-1. That's Kane with a K, K-A-N-E. 888-GO-CANE-1. My name is Brian Craig. This is the Steve Kane Radio Show. We'll be right back.
Whereas are messy adhesives ruining the taste of your food? Is it painful for you to eat? Does the constant denture movement affect your speech? Are you always worried that your dentures will fall out while you're talking or laughing? Do you have sore spots? You are not alone. These are common problems that can be solved simply with dental implants. This is Steve Kane, and I want to introduce you to Brighton Dental Care, where the Kane family goes for all our dental needs. Brighton Dental Care doesn't want cost to stop you from being able to eat the foods you love.
Oh, it's disgusting.
Live in comfort. That's why, for Steve Kane listeners, they're offering implants. Get this, for just $3,500. That includes 2 implants plus a lower denture. Now, if you go to a dentist in Boca,
They don't have the same fingerprints? I don't know.
$6,000 for the exact same implants. and denture. That's right, $6,000, but at Brighton Dental Care, just $3,500, and that includes the 2 implants plus your lower denture. Laugh and live with confidence. Call Brighton Dental Care at 954-922-4633, 954-922-4633, and online at brightondentalcare.com. Be sure to ask about special discounts for our military veterans.
Attention seniors, do you have a Medicare supplement policy that you are currently paying $200, $250, or even $300 a month? Do you realize that you could save 50 to 75% on your premiums? Call Debbie at I Will Advisors, 954-753-8080, 954-753-8080. And Debbie and her team will share with you how you can save 50 to 75%
Steve Kane Show.
on your premiums for your Medicare supplement policy. 954-753-8080. 954-753-8080.
Listen to the Steve Kane Show on iHeartRadio. Just
All righty. We are back. I'm Brian Craig. You're listening to the Steve Kane Show. By the way, we're a couple months away from open enrollment period for Medicare. So seniors, you know, open enrollment's coming up in October. And remember, call Debbie at I Will Advisors when it comes to open enrollment. Oh, yesterday we were talking about this. There's these incredible new specials from MyPillow. Steve ordered one yesterday. Steve's becoming a huge customer. I knew when I got Steve that first MyPillow, I knew he'd fall in love with all their products. And Steve yesterday ordered the body pillow, the MyPillow body pillow, which is spectacular. It's the length of the body, and it's really to cuddle up with in bed. The regular price is $85.68, but with the promo code KANE, K-A-N-E, just $29.99. An incredible deal at MyPillow.com. If you go there to MyPillow.com, click those radio specials at the top right, just $29.99 instead of the regular $85.68 when you use the promo code KANE, K-A-N-E. There's also incredible deals on many other MyPillow products there as well when you use the promo code KANE, K-A-N-E. And I got to tell you this, I just was talking to the MyPillow people yesterday afternoon, and they are just very thankful to all of you that are supporting MyPillow through this program. I know you hear MyPillow advertised all over. They don't advertise on a lot of local programs, and the response from our listening audience has been massive, they tell me. And, you know, when you purchase your MyPillow products, you are supporting the most pro-Trump radio show in America, the Steve Kane Show, right? And you're also supporting Mike Lindell, the inventor of the MyPillow, who is very much out of the closet as far as his support for President Donald Trump, and he has an amazing story. The MyPillow body pillow, again, regular price $85.68. When you use the promo code KANE, just $29.99. And I think I'm going to buy one for my wife. I leave early in the morning, so she will have that full body MyPillow in place of me when I come to work. How about that? Yeah. All right, KANE, K-A-N-E. All right, so Joaquin Castro out there, I believe, inciting violence against Trump supporters. Yeah, I got to get some new earbuds. My earbuds are shot. I'm listening to my earbuds. Let me see the other ear. Yeah, it's the headphones. Let me see here. Yeah, it's my headphones. Oh, boy, it's my headphones are the problem. I wear earbuds. The reason I wear earbuds is because if you ever meet anyone that's worked in radio all their life, they're hard of hearing. Steve took me out to dinner one night years ago with Bob Grant, the great Bob Grant from WABC, and everyone remember Bob Grant? And Bob Grant, I was sitting next to him, and I had to yell at him for him to hear me because his ears were shot with headphones. And I stopped wearing regular headphones after that. I wear some Apple iPods that I just barely have in my ear, and I've had hearing loss. I have some hearing loss because of the radio speakers and headphones that the limited time I've worn them. So yeah, I know. Although when you're married, having a hear loss can actually be a benefit to a long, successful, happy marriage. When you can't hear as well, it actually works out well. I know I don't wear hearing aids. Although I've thought about getting tested for hearing aids because I am very hard of hearing just from this. But anyway, back to the issues at hand. So Democrat Joaquin Castro running his brother's presidential campaign, doxing Trump donors in his district with their names and the names of their employers. You know, there are certain things that are off limits. Certain things are off limits when it comes to political debate. It's like the mob, family, and someone's work. You know, one of the reasons we give nicknames and handles to callers is to protect them, right? But you know what? It's not just Joaquin Castro. It's the entire left. Listen to this. This is Nicole Wallace. I talked about this on my podcast last night, the Brian Craig Show podcast. Subscribe on Apple Podcast. Oh, man. Nicole Wallace on MSNBC, way the hell over the line, also inciting the left against Trump supporters. The first voice you hear is her guest. Listen to what her guest says, and then listen to what Nicole Wallace says after.
In words and actions throughout his presidency, he's basically declared open season on Latinos
Steve Kane Show.
because we are one of his favorite targets. And it's not just the language he used. You know, you mentioned calling Mexicans drug dealers and rapists when he came down the escalator. That was day one. Then it escalated into attacks on Latino journalists. It escalated into attacks on the so-called, as in his words, Mexican judge. Then he ramped it up again to the invasion, the warning people of the caravan, in words like infestation. What do you do with an infestation? With an infestation, the natural the conclusion is to attempt an extermination.
Okay, so her wacko guest is saying that President Trump is saying all kinds of things that he's not, but saying that President Trump is talking about an extermination of brown and black people, right? A Hitler reference. Listen to what Nicole Wallace says in response.
Extermination.
What do you do when certainly the last Republican president fought for, sought, and it's not ideal, but had 44% of Latino voters? It was so politically powerful inside the last Republican administration. President Obama used the power of the presidency to try to pass comprehensive immigration reform with the Latino community, Latino leaders at the table. You now have a president, as you said, talking about exterminating Latinos.
Wow. So she's saying that the president is launching a Holocaust. She's apologized for this, so says the story today. She apologized on Twitter. That doesn't do it. Nicole Wallace, who used to work for John McCain, and she was a senior person on the John McCain for President campaign, and I believe she was the source of a lot of the Sarah Palin leaks because she hates Sarah Palin. She apologized on Twitter. That doesn't get it, Nicole Wallace. She needs to apologize on the air, not on Twitter. That doesn't count. That is some of the most irresponsible broadcasting I have ever heard, and I've heard a lot of irresponsible broadcasting. This is the left. They're the Nazis. They're accusing us of doing what they're doing. They're attacking Trump for doing things that they themselves are doing, and they don't even see it. Because they're so right, don't you know? They're inciting violence against Trump supporters. And Trump supporters have been attacked. The Republican baseball game, Rand Paul, this man in New Jersey last week, this story's disappeared from the news, that was wearing the MAGA hat, who was beaten to a pulp. Remember, they shoved his face into a pole? They're doing what they're accusing Trump of doing. He's not doing it, they are. And they're so sick that they don't even see what it is that they are saying nor doing. But we're going to call them out. All right, our number toll-free, 1-888-GO-CANE 1-888-465-2631. Richie, the bus driver, you're on the radio.
Yeah, good morning. I disagree with you. I believe that they know exactly what they're doing. And this has now become war. They're trying to intimidate all of Trump voters. They're trying to, actually, what I heard on television, they're trying to eliminate all of his rallies, and they're going to try to disrupt his campaign, and they're going to try to trash him as much as they can because this is the only way they can win. And if we don't fight back and we become intimidated by these animals, and that's what they are, total animals.
Well, what do you think, Richie, to be specific, what do you think about Joaquin Castro, a sitting member of the United States House of Representatives and leading his brother's presidential campaign, giving out the names publicly of Trump supporters as well as their places of employment? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, here's my thoughts of that. You have a lot of enemies out there. You have a lot of people that like you, but in the years, you've built up a lot of enemies. You'd have to admit that. So is Steve. That would be like me getting on television, telling everyone your phone number, where you live, and everything else, and where you go to shop and everything. This is disgusting, man. There's a thing called another life for a person, their privacy.
Well, to me, what Joaquin Castro is doing, I believe, is putting these people in danger in San Antonio. He's putting them in danger.
Terrible, terrible. That's what I'm saying. That was the example I brought with you and Steve. If some, you don't want people knowing where you are. I mean, there are kooks out there.
Yeah.
The fact of the matter is that they're doing this on purpose because now it's blatantly attack, man. I mean, you hear what they're calling Trump? Listen, President Trump has a right to defend his character and himself. Presidents, and I'm tired. Listen, Laura last night on her show had this idiot that started with this talking point of when he was in the inner city, when they had some good people there, and they talked. He says he called neo-Nazis good people. I'm tired of their lies, their blatant lies. And Mark Levin, by the way, was on Hannity last night. He went off. His book has a list of Democrats that worked at newspaper people and television personalities that worked under Obama that are now attacking Trump on television and radio.
That's right.
And in the newspapers. These are all Democrats.
That's right.
Don't discuss.
Well, what they act like are the Nazi stormtroopers. They're acting like the old days of the Democrat Ku Klux Klan is what they're doing. Well, what we're going to do is not do what they are doing, because that would be wrong, but we're going to expose it and call it out. And that's the first step. And luckily, we have a great president who follows such things, and he knows what's going on, and he'll this thing with Joaquin Castro is huge, and I expect the president will be commenting on it soon.
Let me say this to you, okay? The English, and I'm going to go back to the Revolutionary War because you're a historian.
Oh, here you go, Neil.
Lost the war
Taking the redcoats.
in the Revolutionary War because we were in bushes and behind trees, and they were trying to stay above the fray. They stood out there in their formations shooting at people.
Yeah, and bright red clothing, that too. Yeah, it was nice. Thank you.
No fight, and I believe in jungle warfare. These people got into the mud. Now it's time. When they go low, we go high.
Yeah.
Going low, we should go lower than them. I'm telling you right now.
Well, on that note, I got to end the call because Richie's getting excited. Hey, listen, if you're on hold, stand by. We're going to take our bottom of the hour break. My name is Brian Craig. You are listening to Florida's longest running radio show, The Steve Kane Show, on the radio since 1977. We'll take a quick break and be right back.
This is Roger Simon, reverse mortgage specialist at South Florida's Choice Mortgage Bank. I've found that reverse mortgages can be a very valuable financial vehicle for seniors. I truly change their lives for the better. In fact, I have a reverse mortgage myself, and it's certainly improved my life. Everyone's situation, of course, is different, but I've found over and over that a reverse mortgage can solve many of a senior's financial problems. It's a valuable tool to allow you to age in place. And if you're a senior like me, that's a primary goal. By aging in place, I mean that you're financially able to stay in the home you love for the rest of your life. So if you own your home with or without a mortgage, if you want to know how a reverse mortgage can change your life by giving you the financial freedom you need, find out how by giving me a call anytime at 561-441-2730. That's 561-441-2730. I look forward to hearing.
Unbelievable.
Rates and terms subject to change daily without notice. Equal housing lender, NMLS 166254.
Hi, this is Dr. Mitchell Matez from the Boca Raton Center for Age Management. I've cared for Steve and Brian in an anti-aging capacity for the last decade. However, I want to make sure that everybody understands hormone therapy is not just for men, but is for women also. In fact, we have one of my women patients here with us right now today. Hi, Donna.
Hi, Doc.
Donna, tell us, what are some of the symptoms you had when you first came to see me?
Oh, I was going through menopause, and I had night sweats. I wasn't sleeping through the night, hot flashes, mood swings. My skin felt like sandpaper. I had my hair falling out by the handfuls, and I was tired, run down all the time. I was moody, and the worst thing of all was my sex drive.
And how do you feel today?
I feel amazing. I'm 52, and I feel like I'm 25 again.
And I can tell you've also lost some weight since we first met. How has this affected your weight control and your sex life and other issues of that?
Well, I've lost 50 pounds, and my sex life is better than it's ever been. It's amazing, and I have skin like I'm 25 again. I sleep like a baby. My hair is not falling out anymore. I'm happy all the time. There's no more mood swings, and I just feel like a kid again.
As you can see,
What a
hormone
damn
pellet
liar.
therapy is great for women also. It reverses your menopause, controls your weight, improves your sex life, and a whole host of other benefits.
Unreal.
If you want to get these benefits, call me as soon as you can at the Boca Raton Center for Age Management at 561-953-5490. That's 561-953-5490. Or visit us at our website, hormonetherapybocaraton.com.
The Steve Kane Show is brought to you by attorney Barry Siegel at the Siegel Law Group. Avoid probate with a revocable living trust. $350 for single people, $450 for married couples. When you complete your trust with attorney Barry Siegel, he will give you a $100 gift certificate to Tavolino Italian Restaurant in Coral Springs. The Siegel Law Group, with 9 offices in South Florida, including Boca Raton, Plantation, and Coral Springs.
No.
Call 1-855.
No, I just won't take your call. Why should I take your call?
Listen to the Steve Kane Show on iHeartRadio. Just search for WW.
All right. Yeah, 420. Come on, give me a break. Yeah.
About my bully to you.
Okay, all right.
I want to talk about Antifa.
Well, yeah, what am I supposed to do? Do a dance? I mean, you called me. Don't you have something to... Did I call you or did you call me? When you call someone, you typically have something to say to them. What are you just throwing out things and I'm supposed to improv on whatever you throw out? I mean, get off the drugs. Get off the drugs. All right, yeah, Mike in Louisiana. Oh, my goodness. Hello? Once, twice. All right, then.
I'm here. You know, we know that the Democrats are hypocrites, you know, and this is just this whole Julian Castro thing is another example of this. They're hypocrites. They say they hate bullying, but this is...
I use it to reach some of the buttons so I don't have to lean over all the time.
This is nothing but this guy trying to bully the good people of San Antonio, the ones, you know, that gave to Trump and that probably voted for Trump, and they're not doing it.
Well, what it's about is this, okay? It's about intimidation. And, you know, you saw these leftists in front of Mitch McConnell's house the other night. You've seen them do it to Tucker Carlson. You've seen it happen. So what Joaquin Castro is doing is telling people on the left to seek out the Trump donors, go to their place of work, go to their homes, and intimidate them and threaten their livelihood and make them feel unsafe at home, intimidate them. It's incitement of something, and it's wrong, and it may not even be legal to do what he did.
Right, it's incitement, and they've been known. Incitement is a big part of what they do, though. You know.
Well, that's what the left have always done, whether they were on horseback in sheets and hoods, you know, intimidating black Republican voters after the Civil War, or they're doing this.
Right, and it should be illegal. I'm thinking it is illegal, but if it's not, it should be. I mean, if a person wants to give money to a campaign, he should be able.
Well, what they're saying, well, this is public information. That makes it legal. No, in these instances in both Dayton, Ohio and El Paso, Texas, the guns were legally purchased. Just because you obtain something legally doesn't mean you can do whatever the hell you want with it. And what Joaquin Castro did with public information was use it in a way to incite action against people, and not a very good way, in the aftermath of a horrific shooting in El Paso. He needs to be called out. He needs to be called out, man. This is a new low. When you think the Democrats have gone as low as they possibly could, they pull something like this.
Right, and that's the thing. And that's the Democrat. But you see, again, that's the Democrats' party. They've done this for how long now? You know, I mean, including going way back to, I don't know.
Well, remember when they went last year? They went to, or was it earlier this year? I can't remember when they went to Tucker Carlson's house. Tucker wasn't home. His wife was home alone, hiding. And was she in the bathroom or the closet hiding while the leftists came out? That's what they're doing here. This is what Joaquin Castro is doing.
Yeah, I think they doxed some people. They doxed some conservatives on Facebook and stuff like that.
Yeah. All right, Micah, Louisiana. Thanks for the call. And these people now. This is Dayton, Ohio. And I'm a Buckeye. I talk about this a lot. My hometown is Columbus, Ohio. Although I have lived in Florida almost my entire life. But Dayton, Ohio. This mayor of Dayton, tiny little nothing town. It's like the South Bend. It's like the South Bend of Ohio. This liberal Democrat mayor who looks like she's never missed a damn meal in her life. She had a press conference yesterday. The president is going to Dayton, Ohio. And this is the mayor of Dayton, Ohio. She was asked about protest of our great president in the aftermath of these shootings when he visits Dayton.
As you cover me all the time, you know I have lots of protesters all the time, and even my friends protest me from time to time. So I'm glad that they're using their right to give us free speech comment. And look, I know that he's made this bed and he's got a lie in it. He hasn't. His rhetoric has been painful for many in our community, and I think that people should stand up and say they're not happy if they're not happy that he's coming.
He's coming there for a damn memorial. People are dead. People are shot up. He's not coming there for a political rally, you fat mayor. Why don't you go on a fast for a few days? Go on a body cleanse. She said our people. What she's talking about are illegals. Apparently, Dayton has a lot. Florida has this problem too. Ohio is an agricultural state. You get out of Columbus, Cleveland, Cincinnati. It's all green farmland. So because it's farmland, there's a lot of illegal farm labor in Ohio, and that's what she's talking about. One thing about we talk a lot because the liberals are talking about foreign election interference from Russia. Lie. The foreign interference in our elections are from the Latin American illegals in this country. And one thing about politicians, especially Democrats, but true of politicians is this. Everything they do is for what? To satisfy their voting base. So we've got Pablo Escobar down there with Beto, the Congress lady from El Paso. She's talking to her constituents who are what? Foreign nationals in El Paso illegally who vote. This mayor in Dayton, Ohio, apparently she's got a lot of constituents that are foreign nationals who vote for her too. A lot of voting irregularities in Ohio. In the 2012 race, when Mitt Romney lost, there were counties in Ohio that had greater than 100% voter turnout. There were counties in Ohio in 2012, more people voted than live in the county. And everybody in a county is not eligible to vote because you got kids, right? There's a lot of illegal voting shenanigans going on in Ohio, which is one of the swing states, Ohio. Who are her constituents? I think we need to go to Dayton and look at what's going on there. So far as election irregularities, Ohio has one of the most corrupt Democrat machines in the country. Remember they had same-day voting registration? Oh, man, how do you verify that? Remember that back in 2012? These politicians are out there openly asking for foreign nationals to vote for them. Man, what is she talking about? Now listen to this one. Stephanie Rule on MSNBC. This one will blow your mind. Stephanie Rule, to me, looks like she smokes about 10 packs a day. I'm talking about the skin discoloration. You know how a lot of people that smoke constantly, their skin looks like leathery, orangish color, and around their mouth, they get all the, because the smoke kills the cells around. That Stephanie Rule looks like, yeah, I'm surprised she's not like Edward R. Murrow smoking on television. It probably kills her. She looks like a smoker. I don't know if she smokes, but she looks like a smoker. This is Stephanie Rule yesterday on MSNBC, and she's talking, she was having that's right, that's her. This is Stephanie Rule yesterday on MSNBC. She's talking about Beto. I'm not even going to tell you what she says or characterize it until after I play it. I may have to play it twice, because what Stephanie Rule said on MS13BC yesterday is so outrageous, it's so sick and twisted. When you hear it the first time, you are not going to believe, you're not even going to be able to register what she says. It's so freaking outrageous. Here she is.
Maria, Beto has said he is running in the name of decency and democracy. As bad as this may sound, could this moment be a chance for Beto to gain some momentum? I think.
Wow. Can he exploit the death of people at Walmart to get some momentum, because this is all about winning campaigns? Trump's a bigot with Hispanics. At least he's not going around with a fake Spanish name. He's not calling himself Donaldo or something. Look, I'm Hispanic. My name's Donaldo. What a sick woman.
Maria, Beto has said he is running in the name of decency and democracy. As bad as this may sound, could this moment be a chance for Beto to gain some momentum?
I think so. I mean, when you look at who the president is most afraid of, you often hear within inner circles that Beto is the one that concerns him. And it's not only because he was able to capture the imagination of progressives Texas. He got over 500,000 Republicans to vote for him. And
who are these Republicans? 500,000 Republicans in Texas voted for Beto. Beto, by the way, is Spanish for the slang term of masturbation. A lot of people don't know that. If you don't know what the slang term is for masturbation, figure it out.
For him, and he got a lot of independents to vote for him. Let's not forget, Obama lost Texas by 16 points. 4 years later, Hillary lost by 9, and 2 years later, Beto lost by merely 2. And it's significant because right now Arizona just went purple. That's 11 electoral votes. Texas is 38 electoral votes. And if you were to ask me who has more.
Okay, so here you've got Stephanie Rule. Looks like she smokes more than Edward R. Murrow. I don't know if she smokes. I don't know, but does she look like a smoker to you? I don't know if she smokes. I'm just saying she looks like a smoker. This is what she's saying. How can Beto use the death of people who are just shopping for back-to-school savings? How can he use this to get Texas blue? Because that's what's important, is making Texas blue. Are you people kidding me? You are listening to Florida's longest-running radio show, The Steve Kane Show, on the radio since 1977. My name is Brian Craig. We'll take our break and be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Suffer with diabetes, there's a 25% chance that you'll develop a foot ulcer that can lead to severe health consequences, including amputation. At the sole authority, at little or no cost, you can receive your very own therapeutic shoes and custom inserts. Medicare recipients are entitled to 1 pair of quality diabetic shoes and 3 custom inserts. Call the sole authority today, 954-597-7060.
Stop paying an outrageous fortune for your tires. Go easy on your budget and buy your tires at Friendly Tire of Margate, where they have all the major name brand tires like Goodyear and Firestone at discount
Steve Kane
prices
Show.
that absolutely can't be beaten.
Hey, Janet, hold on.
Steve Kane's tires or a Sienna van at the other tire shops, $175 a tire. At Friendly Tire, just $75 a tire. Tires for my daughter Emily's car, $135 at the tire shops around town. Friendly Tire, only $65. That's more than a 50% savings. Those prices are out the door and on the road. Free mounting and balancing and no added charges. Friendly Tire have a great selection of used tires too at $30 for most sizes. Call my good buddy Mike at Friendly Tire. Tell him what you drive and he will give you a great low price right over the phone. 954-977-9445. 954-977-9445. Online, friendlytire.net.
For the best wings in this town, it's Wings Plus. Wings that are first grilled and then fried to make them extra crispy, served with blue cheese and celery. Try the Jamaican jerk, the lemon pepper wings, the honey mustard wings, the garlic wings, and 15 other varieties. That's Wings Plus, located at 9880 Sample Road in Coral Springs with the politically elite.
Listen to the Steve Kane Show on iHeartRadio. Just
All righty, we are back. I'm Brian Craig. You are listening to the Steve Kane Radio Show, Florida's longest running radio show. That's right. And of course, one of the many things that keeps this the longest running radio show is keeping healthy, right? For both Steve Kane and myself. And I take about a dozen supplements each and every day. Each and every day. I take them throughout the day. And all of my supplements come from Save-A-Lot Nutrition in Margate. Janet Cimarelli on the line from Save-A-Lot. Hey, Janet.
Good morning, Brian. My mouth is watering after listening to that Wings Plus spot with Steve. I need to get over there and try some of those different types of wings. And people might be saying, well, a nutritionist? She's going to go and eat wings? Well, once in a while, for a treat, you got to just indulge yourself. And on a day-to-day basis, a lot of different supplements are going to support a variety of different systems in your body. So, most important, a good night's sleep. For all of those listeners who have been using biotic phenotropic, it's a possibility that you can find an absolutely fabulous replacement for that product. You can get Janet's Best Sleep. Biotic has a new sleep formula. Solaray has a new sleep formula. So one of the things that's going to keep you energized during the day, B complex. And people might say, well, I take it and it doesn't do anything for me. And I take B12 and it doesn't give me energy. Well, you haven't tried Country Life's advanced coenzyme B complex. The advanced coenzyme B complex formula from Country Life is unique in how it is put together, and it is certainly unique in the amount of energy and brain chemistry that it supports. A lot of times there's issues with digestion. You might have even been diagnosed with fatty liver disease. Sounds pretty bad. It's there. They call it non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, NAFLD. Oh goodness, sounds very, very serious.
Oh yeah.
Now Formulas has a liver cleansing formula. Solaray has a liver detox formula. So there's so many different ways that you can support your health, your energy, and your overall well-being, right?
Absolutely. And call Save-A-Lot, their number. They ship anywhere, nationwide and local, 754-307-1655, 754-307-1655, or stop in person. Save-A-Lot, located in the city of Margate, just south of Sample Road, on the west side of State Road 7, 441, in the Penn Dutch Plaza. All right, Janet, we'll talk tomorrow. All right, take care. Yeah, so, what's going on the left is beyond disgusting, beyond despicable, and just inappropriate and possibly illegal. They're inciting violence. They're openly talking about how they can exploit murders for political gain. I have never seen anything like this. Now, this is how the Democrats typically operate, but they don't do it out in the open. I've never seen them do this out in the open. Oh, unrelated, have you seen the story about the transgender Victoria's Secret model? Are you kidding me? The only reason, why do people watch the Victoria's Secret models and all this stuff, right? It's young guys looking for hot ladies. This is probably one of the most, this move is worse than Gillette and what they did. You don't want, and I got a question about the transgender Victoria's Secret model. Because they wear the lingerie. Will she be taping her penis in a way to hide it? You know, we used to have many years ago an incredible sponsor to this program, a dinner theater that had female impersonators performing. And they used to tell jokes about how they had, they were running out of tape in the dressing room, if you know what I mean. And some of these cross-dressers would come out in string bikinis. I don't know how they did it. I don't want to know. But they were guys. If the Victoria's Secret transgender model tapes her penis up and under like the serial killer in Silence of the Lambs, would she be denying her true self? I don't know. Will this transgender model I'm sorry to be crude, but kids are out of school for the summer, so they're not in the car driving to school. I wouldn't talk about this if kids were in the cars right now with their parents. They're sleeping. It's summertime. Will this transgender Victoria's Secret model have a bulge? Will the transgender Victoria's Secret model show that they have something there or hide it? And if they hide it, are they denying them their true selves? Is it transphobic for Victoria's Secret to ask the transgender model to take back the penis like they do at the female impersonator shows? I'm serious. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm being serious about this. Now, maybe things have changed for young guys from when I was a young guy, but young guys, I don't think want to watch transgendered models with penises in lingerie. That's not why guys watch the Victoria's Secret models. All right? They watch them to fantasize. Are young men fantasizing about something like this these days? I hope not. I don't know. You guys know about transgender things. I mean, and you've seen the Victoria's Secret runway. I'd like to see about, who is the, I had her on my podcast as a guest. I forgot her name. Who's the woman from The Five that's Don Jr.'s girlfriend now? She was a Victoria's Secret model. What's her name? Oh, shoot. I had her as a guest on, I've got her cell phone number in my phone. I couldn't look her up because I can't remember her name. You guys know who I'm talking about? Don Jr.'s girlfriend from The Five. They fired her from The Five because she was Kimberly Guilfoyle. Kim Guilfoyle. Kim Guilfoyle was a Victoria's Secret model. I would like to hear her talk about this transgender Victoria's Secret model. If Victoria's Secret require the Victoria's Secret model to tape the penis up underneath, I think that's transphobic, because if she's got something there, she should be letting people know. Okay, the Blaze has a story about this. Let me read this. This is from Glenn Beck's The Blaze. Victoria's Secret hired openly transgender model Valentina Sampiato, or I'm not sure how to pronounce the last name, sorry guys, for a photo shoot. This is a first for Victoria's Secret. Her agent told the New York Times that the 22-year-old from Brazil will do catalog work for Victoria's Secret Pink, the company's athletic line. Is she going to be advertising Victoria's Secret jock straps for transgenders? I'm serious. if it's the athletic line, transgenders need jock straps, don't they? She believes this is a great opportunity to break barriers. I'm not kidding with this stuff. These are serious things I'm asking here. I know. She said she believes this is a great opportunity to break barriers in the fashion business and to contribute to a bigger representation for everybody. Yeah, Victoria's Secret, line of jock straps for transgenders. Oh, man. Ed Razik, Chief Marketing Officer of L Brands, the parent company of Victoria's Secret, said in an interview with Vogue that he didn't believe transsexuals should be in the Victoria's Secret fashion show. That's a fantasy. The fashion show's a fantasy. It's a 42-minute entertainment special. That's what it is. It's the only one of its kind in the world. So I guess their marketing guy agrees with me. To be clear, we absolutely would cast a transgender model for the show. We've had transgender models come to casting. And like many other models, they didn't make it. But it was never about gender. I admire and respect the journey to embrace who they really are. Oh, man. On Monday, L Brands announced that this marketing chief who said they would never have a transgender runway model, he's retiring. But it has nothing to do with this, of course. GLAAD, which promotes lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgendered issues, said the hiring of this Victoria's Secret transgender model comes as transgender people are becoming more visible in advertising, including campaigns by The Gap, H&M, and Calvin Klein. Playboy's first transgender playmate appeared in 2017. But of course, nobody buys Playboy anymore, so no one cared. So they're going to have this transgender lingerie model advertising their sporting line of Victoria's Secret jock straps. This is a first. The transgender. Oh, my goodness. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. The world is weird. The world is weird. Well, let me ask you. I won't ask you. I'll let you think. But what are your thoughts on this? All right, 1-888-GO-CANE-1. Oh, man. 888-GO-CANE-1. 888-465-2631. You know, I asked this, is she going to be, since it's the athletic line, will the transgender model be advertising and modeling the transgender Victoria's Secret jockstrap? But you know, that may be a new area. Transgender athletes, it's an untapped market. Transgendered athletes. Now, transgender, that's post-op. So this model still has the male parts. Yes, this is not post-op. This is pre-op transgender. This is, like Caitlyn Jenner. All right, 1-888-GO-CANE-1. Toll-free calling from anywhere. 1-888-465. I apologize for the subject matter, but that's what's in the news, right? I mean, this is what's trending, people. 1-888-GO-CANE-1. 888-465-2631. 888-465-2631. Third and final hour begins now.
1470 is WWNN Pompano Beach and 95.3 FM W237BD Boca Raton, the Health and Wealth Radio Network.
People put off the medical care they need for a lot of reasons. My deductible is too high. I don't have insurance. My schedule is too hectic. I just can't afford it. The time for excuses is over. Thanks to Any Lab Test Now, Plantation, where they guarantee the lowest prices on all of their thousands of lab tests. PSA, only $34. Full cholesterol lipid panel, $28. Complete thyroid panel, $49. Diabetic A1C test, only $27. No doctor's order or prescription needed. All testing is always anonymous and confidential. In and out in 15 minutes or less. Most results in 24 to 48 hours. Make sure to ask about their allergy testing, which includes micronutrient and environmental allergens and vitamin deficiency tests. Drug testing, you name it, Any Lab Test Now or Plantation probably test for it.
Any Lab Test Now in Plantation is located at 8367 West Sunrise Boulevard in the Jacaranda Plaza on the corner of University Drive and Sunrise Boulevard in Plantation. Give them a call, 954-916-1072, 954-916-1072. Online, labtestingplantation.com. Take control of your health with Any Lab Test Now of Plantation, 954-916-1072.
This is Steve Kane. For years, I searched for the right pillow, and I could never find one that was truly comfortable. All that has changed now that I'm sleeping with My Pillow. Mike Lindell, the inventor of My Pillow, loves Donald Trump, and he loves a good night's sleep. He invented My Pillow, and there's a reason it's so popular. Very simply, it works. It keeps your head perfectly aligned with your body, so you don't wake up in the morning with headaches and neck pain. You get a perfect night's sleep. Order My Pillow using the promo code KANE, K-A-N-E, and save over 50% off the special 4-pack. That includes 2 premium pillows and 2 go-anywhere pillows, plus free shipping. But to get this deal, you must use the promo code KANE, KANE. Order at mypillow.com or call 1-800-toll-free 716-4879. Use the promo code KANE, K-A-N-E, or call 1-800-716-4879. Use the promo code KANE, K-A-N-E.
Attention seniors, do you have a Medicare supplement policy that you are currently paying $200, $250, or even $300 a month? Do you realize that you could save 50 to 75% on your premiums? Call Debbie at I Will Advisors, 954-753-8080, 954-753-8080, and Debbie and her team will share with you how you can save 50 to 75% on your premiums for your Medicare supplement policy. 954-753-8080. 954-753-8080.
This is Roger Simon, reverse mortgage specialist at South Florida's Choice Mortgage Bank. I've found that reverse mortgages can be a very valuable financial vehicle for seniors. I truly change their lives for the better. In fact, I have a reverse mortgage myself, and it's certainly improved my life. Everyone's situation, of course, is different, but I've found
unreal.
over and over
Unfreaking believable.
mortgage can solve many
I'm not
of the
sure which
seniors'
story to get.
financial
Oh, yes.
problems. It's a valuable tool to allow you to age in place, and if you're a senior like me, that's a primary goal. By aging in place, I mean that you're financially able to stay in the home you love for the rest of your life. So if you own your home, with or without a mortgage, and if you want to know how a reverse mortgage can change your life by giving you the financial freedom you need, find out how by giving me a call anytime at 561-441-2730. That's 561-441-2730. I look forward to hearing from you.
Rates and terms subject to change daily without notice. Equal housing lender, NMLS 166254.
The Steve Kane Show is brought to you by attorney Barry Siegel at the Siegel Law Group. Avoid probate with a revocable living trust. $350 for single people, $450 for married couples. When you complete your trust with attorney Barry Siegel, he will give you a $100 gift certificate to Tavolino Italian Restaurant in Coral Springs. The Siegel Law Group, with 9 offices in South Florida, including Boca Raton, Plantation, and Coral Springs. Call 1-855-FLA-3782. The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of the station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
The Steve Kane Show is live in Morning Drive, 6 till 9 a.m. weekdays.
Oh, man.
And overnights, midnight till 6 a.m.
This is an
7
unbelievable
nights a
story.
week. To call the show toll.
Yes. Alrighty. Yes. By the way, well, I won't tell you that right now. The third and final hour has begun. My name is Brian Craig. You are listening to Florida's longest running radio show, The Steve Kane Show, on the radio since 1977. Make sure to subscribe to my podcast, The Brian Craig Show podcast. I'm on most podcast platforms, but if you could subscribe on Apple Podcasts, that would be spectacular. The Brian Craig Show on Apple Podcast. And my YouTube channel, where I live stream the radio show each and every morning Brian Craig on YouTube. I have hundreds of videos on YouTube. Brian Craig on YouTube. Subscribe if you don't mind. Peter Strzok, I think, is going for the complete insanity defense. You know, there's a lot of talk that this prosecutor that Attorney General Barr has put in charge is going to come out with some indictments. There are going to be some arrests. And they're investigating the spying on Trump Tower with the illegally obtained FISA warrants, et cetera, et cetera. And Peter Strzok is doing something that, I mean, I'm going to read this to you, and it's hard for me to believe that what I am reading is true. I feel like I don't know what's going on here. We got a Democrat congressman threatening Trump donors. We've got MSNBC on the air speculating on how the murdered people in El Paso can help make Texas blue. And now Peter Strzok, FBI lover Peter Strzok. Now again, let me tell you this. Lisa Page is not Peter Strzok's romantic interest. She's his girlfriend in the way that my wife has girlfriends. Do you understand what I mean? Joey Graceffa has girlfriends. You guys know Joey Graceffa? Joey Graceffa has girlfriends. That's the kind of girlfriend Lisa Page is to Peter Strzok. All right? I mean, come on. Anyway, FBI lover Peter Strzok sues and accuses bosses of buckling to unrelenting pressure from Donald Trump to fire him over Trump text to Lisa Page. Peter Strzok is facing prison for misusing his FBI badge and getting false FISA warrants to spy on a presidential candidate, and he's suing. Let me read this story. It's in the Daily Mail. The FBI agent who wrote derogatory text messages to his lover, about Donald Trump filed a lawsuit Tuesday, charging that the FBI caved to unrelenting pressure from the president when it fired him. The lawsuit from Peter Strzok also alleges he was unfairly punished for expressing his political opinions, and that the Justice Department violated his privacy when it shared hundreds of text messages of his with reporters. Among those texts were messages he sent to his lover, FBI attorney Lisa Page, which said, F Trump, called the presidential candidate awful, and said his campaign to win election, we will stop it. He's now demanding his job back, calling his ouster a smear campaign which breached his privacy and made him subject to death threats. The campaign to publicly vilify Special Agent Peter Strzok contributed to the FBI's ultimate decision to unlawfully terminate him, the lawsuit says, as well as to frequent incidents of public and online harassment and threats. The complaint names defendant Attorney General William Barr. FBI Director Chris Wray revisits a political drama that was seized on by conservatives and blah, 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 blah. Is he out of his mind? Here's my question about Peter Strzok. Is he so criminally insane that he does not realize that what he did was wrong, right? Or is he trying to get an insanity defense by establishing that he believes he did no wrong? What is it? This guy is nuts. He gets fraudulent FISA warrants and spies on a presidential candidate, right? He gets fired for it, and he's saying that he's the victim? Are you kidding? This is, when I first saw this story, I saw it on Twitter. I thought, oh, fake news. And then I started seeing it in other places. I was like, you got to be kidding me. How could he find a lawyer to take that case up? Good luck with that one. Good luck with that one. Oh, man. I tell you. I know. He does look goofy. When Peter Strzok gave his... I thought that Lisa Page was his romantic interest until I saw him walking down the hallway to the House hearing. And I saw right there, I was like, oh, please. And then during his testimony, he did this thing that kind of reminded me of the 2 snaps up and a twist from In Living Color. Remember that weird body movement that Peter Strzok did? Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, boy. High school friend of Dayton shooter says he cut ties with his friend 5 months ago when he held a gun to his head. I mean, you know, I know. Did you see this story, the interview with the girl that went out with the Dayton shooter? Said, like, on their first date, he showed her a video of a mass shooting. You know, when you look at these shooters and you start to get into the what led up to it, like this, his friend said he stopped being friends with him because he put a gun to his head. What about the police? If someone put a gun to my head, even a friend of mine, I'd call the police. But not the Dayton shooter's friend. He just stopped being friends with him. He unfriended him on Facebook. That's it. That's how they handle things today. It's not about gun control. See, just like with the Parkland shooter, these shooters, all kinds of things happen. They're never dealt with properly. Things are just passed along. They're never put in the system. That's why they're able to obtain guns. If they were put into we don't need any new gun laws, any new background checks, nothing. We just need people, when someone puts a gun to your head, to call the police and press charges. And then they're not able to legally obtain guns, and the guns they have are taken away. Good morning. You're on the radio. Yeah, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, this is Ron from Michigan.
Hey, Ron, what would you do if someone put a gun to your head? Would you just unfriend them on Facebook, or what would you do?
Okay, well, listen, I got a couple things about this Peter Strzok guy.
Oh, yeah, Peter Strzok, yeah.
About a couple things of Peter Strzok guy. Wasn't he the same one that said that you could go into Walmart and smell Trump supporters?
Yes, he did, yeah, that's right.
Okay, so real quick, what about this guy from Dallas, or suburb of Dallas, that drove all the way over to El Paso to murder all these people in a Walmart? Shouldn't Strzok be held responsible?
Well, it's something to look at. A lot of times the reason people travel to another city is so they won't be recognized when they commit crime. Like here in Florida, we have a nice area, Boca Raton. They have a lot of theft at the mall because it's an upscale place, like Rodeo Drive kind of place, and the people are always from 30, 40 miles away because they don't want to be recognized, in the area. That's one reason people go far away to commit crime, yeah. It's certainly, is he out of it? Do you think Peter Strzok is criminally insane? That's why he's suing for wrongful termination? Or is he trying to establish the insanity defense? Which is it?
Either one. This guy sounds like he is absolutely out there in left field on most of this stuff, and has done nothing but abuse his position in the FBI.
Yeah. Well, this nutbag, can you imagine he was the one investigating the Hillary case with the servers and all this?
He was probably assigned to that so that he could exonerate her, rather than dealing with any of the, basically like Comey.
Well, he is. Well, let me tell you this. This lawsuit right here tells me that he's criminally insane. And Peter Strzok should be on that list of people that should not be able to possess and own guns. He's out of his mind. He is out of his mind. I can't believe that he would have the guts to say and file a lawsuit, wrongful termination. And who the hell are these ambulance chasers that took the case?
Avenatti.
Yeah, Avenatti. Yeah, Michael Avenatti. This is like Paul Newman in The Verdict, going to the funerals of people he didn't know, trolling for clients. These are some really bottom feeder attorneys. Yeah. All right, Ben. Yeah.
That's considered to be the norm of today.
Well, did you hear that? I was talking earlier. I don't know if you were tuned in earlier. That Joaquin Castro, sitting member of Congress, who is leading his brother Julian Castro's presidential campaign, released yesterday the names of top Trump donors in San Antonio with their places of employment. which obviously is to try to intimidate and incite people to take action against these Trump donors in his district in San Antonio. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think it would be a terrible thing if somebody did the same thing to Castro.
Oh, Dad, don't do it. Yeah, don't do it. I mean, these people, they could, the left are out of their minds when it comes to, they went to Tucker Carlson's home, they went to Senator Mitch McConnell's home this week, and now Julian Castro in the aftermath of the shooting is doing this? Come on.
How quickly things went from with Trump. How quickly things went from, well, geez, we think that some of these things may be racially motivated, in his speech, or speeches, or talk, or whatever. But then, just a few months later, it's like Trump is a racist.
Yeah.
Trump is an avowed racist.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
What is beyond avowed racist?
Yeah, that's it. Well, that's it. All right, appreciate the call. Michigan on the line. Thanks for the call. Our number toll-free from anywhere, 1-888-GO-CANE-1, 888-465-2631. You are listening to Florida's longest-running radio show, The Steve Kane Show, on the radio since 1977. We'll be right back.
You have gaps between your teeth? Are your teeth stained, crooked, cracked, or poorly shaped? You can have the smile you have always dreamed of with veneers. Brighton Dental Care has an incredible offer exclusively for Steve Kane Show listeners. The same veneers that the dentist in Boca and Aventura charged $10,000 to $12,000 for Steve Kane listeners at Brighton Dental, a set of 8 veneers, just $47.50. These are the exact same veneers those other dentists charge $10,000 to $12,000 for. Don't be embarrassed by your broken, crooked, or missing teeth anymore. Call Brighton Dental Care right now at 954-922-4633. 954-922-4633. Brighton Dental Care have great discounts for veterans too. 954-922-4633. Online, BrightonDentalCare.com.
This is Roger Simon, reverse mortgage specialist at South Florida's Choice Mortgage Bank. I've found that reverse mortgages can be a very valuable financial vehicle for seniors. I truly change their lives for the better. In fact, I have a reverse mortgage myself, and it's certainly improved my life. Everyone's situation, of course, is different, but I've found over and over that a reverse mortgage can solve many of a senior's financial problems. It's a valuable tool to allow you to age in place. And if you're a senior like me, that's a primary goal. By aging in place, I mean that you're financially able to stay in the home you love for the rest of your life. So if you own your home, with or without a mortgage, and if you want to know how a reverse mortgage can change your life by giving you the financial freedom you need, find out how by giving me a call anytime at 561-441-2730. That's 561-441-2730. I look forward to hearing from you.
Rates and terms subject to change daily without notice. Equal housing lender, NMLS 166254.
Right now, the U.S. is in the midst of a deadly opioid epidemic. In South Florida alone, someone suffers an overdose every 2 hours, either from heroin, fentanyl, or some other prescription medication that's as close as the family medicine cabinet. In fact, Mom and Dad's medicine cabinet is frequently the gateway to the horrors of hardcore addiction down the road. Drug problems left unattended are only going to get worse. This is not something you can do on your own. You need expert professional help, and if your family is disintegrating in front of your eyes and you feel helpless, I'm here to tell you that help is available. Call my good friend Sal at The Edge Recovery, 561 area code 523-4325. This is his personal cell phone, 561-523-4325. If your loved one refuses treatment, The Edge Recovery will conduct an intervention and get them into the treatment plan that they need. The Edge Recovery offers every option, from intervention to 30-day rehab to sober living to counseling with a licensed therapist, as well as group therapy treatment. It's covered by most insurance, but no matter what your situation is, The Edge Recovery has options for you. Call Sal at The Edge Recovery. Do it today. 561 area code 523-4325. Again, that's Sal's personal cell phone. 561-523-4325.
Listen to the Steve Kane Show on iHeartRadio. Just search for WWX.
All right, welcome back. I'm Brian. You're listening to Florida's longest running radio show. 1 second here, just checking my email. Hold on, there we go. All righty. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Brian Craig. This is the Steve Kane Radio Show. Oh my goodness. All right, this is a huge story, but it's not going to get any play because it doesn't fit the liberal narrative. AOC has suffered two major defeats this week. One, the guy that put her in Congress and her chief of staff is out because of financial irregularities, huge ones, and that is being investigated. And he himself might find himself have done some things that have her connected to it. We don't know yet. And then there was a major defeat of a candidate that she backed. Listen to this, right? She's AOC from Queens, right? Tiffany Caban, I don't know how to say her name, it's got an accent over the A. Tiffany Caban, the far-left candidate for Queens District Attorney, has lost the race for the Democratic nomination after a 7-week battle. She was backed by Socialist Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. She conceded the race Tuesday night after she previously claimed that she won. And Ocasio-Cortez appeared to acknowledge a similar false claim on Twitter. Executive Director of the Justice Collaborative, Rob Smith, tweeted, "This is the most stunning win yet." Yeah, she's, it says here, the 31-year-old queer Latina public defender will become the district attorney of Queens. Well, she's lost and she's conceded defeat. So, by the way, the comment about queer, that was their tweet. That's not my word use. That's her campaign people using that. Oh man, my laptop is down to 3%. I'm glad there's only 37 minutes left in the show because all my show prep is on. I didn't charge my computer yesterday, and I've only got 3%. If this were the first hour of the show, I'd be dead in the water because all my show prep is on my computer. But I'll have to do everything by memory from this point. 3%, holy smokes. Can't do much with 3%. I'll close it. I won't keep it open. Maybe that'll save me. Because I have not gotten to all my stories. Oh, well, I have to do it from memory, just like the old days. She suffered this major defeat of a candidate she endorsed and backed in an election in her own district. So it's not like she backed someone in another district, another state, another city. This is in her area. She lost. Boom. Huge defeat. Her chief of staff, boom. Someone said, have you ever heard of a charger? Of course. I charge my device at home. Yeah, 3% is bigger than the support Kamala Harris and Beto have, yes. My laptop has more charge than the support that these Democrats have. I just usually charge things at home, and I forgot to charge my laptop yesterday. The MacBook Pros, though, I get about 10, 12 hours of charge out of it. Oh, man, but, we're a world of chargers these days, and I don't know how it is at your home, but in my bed, my wife and I, we have a lot of our devices in bed with us, and our bed, we have more charging cables in our bed. You roll over in bed and you're wrapped up in a charging cable. Do you guys have that happen in your I don't charge the laptop in bed, but we got our iPhones, we got the iPads. Do you guys have the same thing? Yeah. How many of you have just charging cables all over your beds? It's ridiculous. I know. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, that's the world we're in today. But, the Democrats, as always, have made huge mistakes, right? Huge mistakes. They wrapped everything into, the squad is really getting a lot of bad publicity these days. Here, Trump came out and attacked the squad a few weeks ago, and look what's happened. Their two senior members of the squad are involved in scandal. Like I say, AOC just lost a major election with a candidate she backed. And her chief of staff had to leave over campaign finance issues that are being investigated. Okay? And Omar, let's see if my 3% will get me through this, because this is the other story. Omar, this is in the Daily Mail. They're asking the question here, is Ilhan Omar having an affair with this dim strategist? She was seen holding hands with a man in a restaurant. Let me read the story. I'm at 5%. I'm at 5%, not 3. I misread it. Daily Mail. I'll get through this. 5% will get me through this. Ilhan Omar has been getting up close and personal with married aide Tim Manette, the Daily Mail can exclusively reveal. Uh-oh. A member of the squad's chief of staff has left over campaign finance scandals. The other number 2 person in the squad is involved with an extramarital affair with a married man. They're both married. Last week, the Daily Mail revealed, Omar, I just got a warning, your Mac will sleep soon unless plugged into a power outlet. I got to read fast, people. Last week, Daily Mail TV revealed Omar was dining and holding hands with a mystery man at a secluded Italian restaurant outside of Los Angeles back in March. That man can now be identified as Minette, who would try to prevent a bystander from taking a video of them. The 37-year-old Minnesota congresswoman has been carrying on with Minette, age 38, a campaign fundraising strategist, for several months, according to a source. This is all in the Daily Mail. Minette is married to Dr. Beth Minette, but Daily Mail has confirmed that he has recently left their marital home and is now living in a D.C. apartment. Photos show that Minette and Omar are constantly by each other's sides at events, traveling to Los Angeles, New York City, Austin, Texas, and Seattle together. Minette has even spent time with Omar's daughter, who is an activist. That's right, the 3 of them were photographed together on 2 occasions, as recently as last month. Omar's camp has paid Minette's company, E Street Group, more than $250,000 in consulting fees and travel expenses dating from last August until June, according to the Federal Election Commission records. The intimate dinner came to light days after Daily Mail revealed Omar had recently split with her husband and father of her 3 children. Minette and Omar, through their spokesperson, have repeatedly refused to comment when asked if they were having an affair. Minette is currently a partner at E Street Group, which bills itself as providing national progressive strategies for candidates, nonprofits, and advocacy efforts. Minette started the firm in July of 2018, according to LinkedIn, only a month before Omar started paying the company for its services. He's worked for Keith Ellison's campaign. Federal Election Commission records show Omar's team began paying Minette's company in August 2018, splashing out $62,500 by the end of 2018. Payments continued into 2019. Each and every month he was paid, totaling just over $253,000 in a single year. In January, Minette posted an image on his Instagram of Omar's name plaque outside her congressional office, writing, "It's been one hell of a journey. Incredibly proud of this fearless woman." He's living in a D.C. 2-bedroom apartment with $3,000 a month rent, but they have not confirmed. Well. So one member of the squad is involved in an extramarital affair. Another member of the squad just lost a major election, and his campaign or chief of staff is involved in campaign finance irregularities. Things aren't looking too good for the... Oh, you didn't see this on CNN. I wonder why. There's more, but since now I'm down to about 2%, I'm going to save that last 2% of juice just in case I have to look at something during the break on my show prep list. But I did tweet that story if you want to read the whole thing. The squad is in some trouble. They're in some trouble. Of course, none of it's being covered because Democrats have complete immunity from being, have anything they do be publicized. Can you imagine if a top high-profile Republican was married and involved in an extramarital affair with a married person? What would the left do with that? Would they be covering the story? Would they be tracking them down? Would they be following their... Of course they would. Of course they would. My name is Brian Craig. This is the Steve Kane Radio Show, Florida's longest-running radio show. That's right, on the radio since 1977. Our number toll-free, 1-888-GO-KANE, 1-888-465-2631. We'll be right back.
Gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you my personal attorney, Barry Siegel, the man who helped me set up my revocable living trust. Barry, welcome to the show. Why is it so important for everybody to have a revocable living trust?
Steve, there are many reasons why people would set up a revocable living trust, but one of the key ones is probate avoidance. Probate is a court process, and everyone wants to avoid going to court. The first reason is the costs involved. You're looking at between 3 to 5% of your total assets going to attorney's fees and court costs, which is a lot of money. The other reason, the second reason, is the time involved. Probates, especially here in Florida, can take anywhere from 1 to 2 years before they close. So now your family is waiting to receive the funds for a long time.
Is privacy a factor?
Oh, absolutely, Steve. Privacy is a big factor. When you don't have a revocable living trust and your assets go through probate, the file is open to anybody who wants to see it, whereas a revocable living trust keeps the process completely private. And one other factor is the control. When you have a probate, you have a judge making decisions, where with a revocable living trust, you choose your successor trustee, and that successor trustee follows your instructions in the revocable living trust.
Folks, I'm going to suggest you do what I did, and I think it's the right thing to do. That's why Barry did my revocable living trust, Barry Siegel from the Siegel Law Group. And guess what? The consultation is at no charge, and when you get the revocable living trust, a special surprise awaits you, a $100 gift certificate at Tavolino's Italian Restaurant. Give Barry a call at the Siegel Law Group and set up an appointment. The number 1-855-FLA-3782. Barry, thanks for being with us this morning.
Thank you, Steve.
This is Roger Simon, reverse mortgage specialist at South Florida's Choice Mortgage Bank. I've found that reverse mortgages can be a very valuable financial vehicle for seniors. I truly change their lives for the better. In fact, I have a reverse mortgage myself, and it's certainly improved my life. Everyone's situation, of course, is different, but I've found over and over that a reverse mortgage can solve many of a senior's financial problems. It's a valuable tool to allow you to age in place. And if you're a senior like me, that's a primary goal. By aging in place, I mean that you're financially able to stay in the home you love for the rest of your life. So if you own your home, with or without a mortgage, and if you want to know how a reverse mortgage can change your life by giving you the financial freedom you need, find out how by giving me a call anytime at 561-441-2730. That's 561-441-2730. I look forward to hearing from you.
Rates and terms subject to change daily without notice. Equal housing lender, NMLS 166254.
English payments up to age of 1800 based on purchase and SRP credit plus tax credit time. Select models offers 9-8-12-19.
It's a 2019 Showroom Showdown at Toyota of Hollywood. We'll do whatever it takes to outsell all other manufacturers. Buy a new Toyota and we'll make your payments till 2020. Buy a new Toyota with 0 down and 0% APR financing. Or buy a Toyota at up to 50% less than their original MSRP when new and used. A pre-owned 2019 Camry LE, not $26,000, $18,775. A pre-owned 2019 Corolla LE, not $22,000, $13,775. Over 1,500 Toyotas indoors and on sale during our Showroom Showdown at Toyota of Hollywood, the #1 volume Toyota dealer. Based on total retail sales of new Toyotas in the Southeast region for 2014 to 2018 per SET on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
The Steve Kane Show is brought to you by attorney Barry Siegel at the Siegel Law Group. Avoid probate with a revocable living trust. $350 for single people, $450 for married couples. When you complete your trust with attorney Barry Siegel, he will give you a $100 gift certificate to Tavolino Italian Restaurant in Coral Springs. The Siegel Law Group, with 9 offices in South Florida, including Boca Raton, Plantation, and Coral Springs. Call 1-855-FLA-3782.
Listen to the Steve Kane Show on iHeartRadio.
All righty, we're back. I'm Brian Craig. You're listening to Florida's longest running radio show, The Steve Kane Show. You know, yesterday, the Democrats, liberals, were celebrating that there was this huge loss in the stock market on Monday. They were celebrating. I mean, you know, you would have, I've never seen it. It's like, over 700, boom. And then yesterday, the stock market recovered about half of its losses from the day before, which is a massive gain on a single day. And it's like dead air on that story. And, whether it's the shooting in El Paso, Dayton, the Democrats, the media, same old story every day. They're always looking for that one thing that they think is going to stop us from supporting Trump. What can we do? Everything's about stopping Trump. I really have never seen anything like this, ever. Ever, ever, ever have I seen anything like this. Okay? And I disagree with a lot of people. I don't think they realize what they're doing. I think they're so consumed with, in this kind of business, people can get, when you're doing something that involves the news, what stories you choose to cover and discuss, this applies to cable news or talk radio, or even if you got a blog or something. What stories you choose, there's a lot of bias in that, but what happens a lot of times when people get wrapped up in a story or a type of story, that's all they see. And I don't think the media are really all that aware of what they're doing. They're obsessed with stopping Trump's reelection. And these are just the way that they gravitate towards stories and the angles they take because they can't see anything else. They've been doing this now for 3 years? They did it during the campaign. So it's become just instinct to them at this point, or a very, very bad habit. And they're going to find major, major backlash to everything that's going on. I was just reading during the break, Kamala Harris, who's running a campaign on the race card because she was bused, which is not segregation, but she thinks she was involved with desegregation. I don't know what she thinks she was doing. She thinks she's one of those kids. But there's a new poll out since the last Democrat poll. Kamala Harris is at 1% among black voters. 1%. She has 1% more support for black Democrat voters than I have. And if you don't get that, you millennials out there, I'm not running. How can you be a black woman running on the race card and the Democrat Party have 1% support among blacks? And it's a direct result of Tulsi Gabbard calling out her corruption when she was a prosecutor. She's not electable, people. Good morning, you're on the radio.
Chris.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to respond on the stock market thing, but Kamala Harris, she's just...
I saw a surprising picture of Kamala Harris yesterday. She used to date Montel Williams. I did not know this. Yeah. And there's a picture of her on the red carpet with Montel Williams. And I thought when she was younger, she was probably a good-looking woman, but no, she's not. She did not. I was surprised. It was 2001, which is 18 years ago. She looks a lot younger, but she looks the same. She's not really attractive. To me, I don't know.
That take it or leave it look,
She's not ugly. I mean, she's not ugly.
Exactly. Like I said, she's okay, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, on the stock, I mean, come on, we're in the historic numbers. I mean, talk to me when we get under 20,000. These people are idiots, the morons of the media. They're just agenda-driven. So I laughed when that story came out. I'm like, well, watch how soon this falls, under their feet. Because you hit it right in the head, I mean.
They could not contain their excitement on Monday when the Dow closed over 700 points down. They were like jumping for joy.
Hey, that's nothing. We're in a historic, I mean, they should know better, but I guess.
Well, that's how the stock market works. You buy stocks so that when they go up, you can sell them and make money. I mean, look, Jeff Bezos just sold off a bunch of stock, you know? I mean, you know, that's what happens. It's going to happen. A sell-off is a good sign. It means people are, you know, and when people do a sell-off when the stocks have increased in price so much, they're not putting that money under their bed. They're, you know, the trickle-down economics, capitalism, they're feeding it back into the economy somehow, probably buying a lot of the same stocks back at a lot less money.
Exactly. They're day traders for the most part, and they don't know what they're doing. That's why these people, you know, they talk capitalism because they don't have experience. So I love President Trump. I'm like, come on. So we need more people like President Trump from the local level on up. You know, more people like Rick Scott. That's why he's a good governor.
Well, you know, Donald Trump never gets credit for this, but he's a leading economist because he became a billionaire, and you know, these other economists that presidents have advisors on never have worked in the private sector. They go to college, they get a PhD in economics, and they're called an economist. They don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Yeah, and that's why
Oops, sorry guys. I hit the camera with my back scratcher.
Any successful billionaire, give me a...
Now, what do you think about Peter Strzok? He's suing the FBI for wrongful termination. I know, it's hard to believe, isn't it? He's out of his mind. All right, you take care, Chris. Oh, man. I don't think Chris knew what I was talking about. He had no idea. And I think he had kind of like a brain freeze. He couldn't remember who Peter Strzok was, but he did play it off well. I appreciate that. He tried. He did a save. He tried to do a save. He pretended he knew what I was talking about, pretended he knew who I was talking about, and did a little exit there. Yeah, it was pretty clever. I like that. That was good. That was good. A good save. Yes, I know. All right, 1-888 go Kane 1. Yeah, so Kamala Harris with 1% support among black voters. She's done. I told you after that last debate, she's done. She is done. You know, she is probably one of the most corrupt prosecutors that we've had in the modern era, right? Yeah, I mean, the Tulsi Gabbard really got her number. I mean, she's done. They still have Biden ahead in the polls, ahead of Bernie. And maybe he'll get, you know, there every once in a while, there's someone who gets the nomination. They call it a sacrifice candidate. They have no chance on winning, and there are people in the party who they figure they deserve the nomination and got nothing to lose. We had Bob Dole in 1996 going up against Bill Clinton, a sacrifice candidate. John McCain in 2008 against Barack Hussein Obama, a sacrifice candidate. Walter Mondale against Ronald Reagan, a sacrifice candidate. And now the Democrats are going to have Joe Biden. That's it. I mean, deal with it. You're going to not only lose, you're going to lose bigly, as President Trump would say, and they know it. And, you know, a lot of these people like Kamala Harris, they're going to start dropping out because they don't want to be too damaged. I think Kamala Harris is done forever politically with her corruption that Tulsi Gabbard exposed. I think she's done. I really do. And she should be. She's corrupt. People should maybe be looking into her covering up evidence on these death row inmates and things. People should really be looking into her because those seem to me to be criminal corruption. All right. It is time to take our last break of the show. After the break, we'll check in with William Youngerman with the Morning Gold Report. My name's Brian. You are listening to the Steve Kane Radio Show, Florida's longest-running radio show on the radio since 1977. Our number toll-free, 1-888-GO-KANE 1, 888-465-2631. We'll be right back.
Seniors, do you have a Medicare supplement policy that you are currently paying $200, $250, or even $300 a month?
Computer is dead.
That you could save 50 to 75% on your premiums? Call Debbie at I Will Advisors, 954-753-8080, 954-753-8080. And Debbie and her team will share with you how you can save 50 to 75% on your premiums for your Medicare supplement policy. 954-753-8080. 954-753-8080.
It's a 2019 Showroom Showdown at Toyota of Hollywood. We'll do whatever it takes to outsell all other manufacturers. Buy a new Toyota and we'll make your payments till 2020. Buy a new Toyota with 0 down and 0% APR financing. Or buy a Toyota at up to 50% less than their original MSRP when new and used.
Almost.
2019 Camry LE, not 26,000, 18,775. A pre-owned 2019 Corolla LE, not 22,000, 13,775. Over 1,500 Toyotas indoors and on sale during our Showroom Showdown at Toyota of Hollywood, the #1 volume Toyota dealer. Based on total retail sales of new Toyotas in the Southeast region for 2014 to 2018 for SET on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
Steve Kane and Brian Craig are heading out on another epic adventure on the high seas, and you are invited. We leave from Fort Lauderdale on November 8th for 6 nights on the Celebrity Silhouette and sail to the Cayman Islands. Join us for 6 days of fun, snorkeling, Mayan ruins, beaches, blackjack, and great friends. For information, call Ian 561-244-5779.
Are you there?
79.
Okay, gotcha. Hold on.
244-5779.
This is Roger Simon, reverse mortgage specialist at South Florida's Choice Mortgage Bank. I've found that reverse mortgages can be a very valuable financial vehicle for seniors. I truly change their lives for the better. In fact, I have a reverse mortgage myself, and it's certainly improved my life. Everyone's situation, of course, is different, but I've found over and over that a reverse mortgage can solve many of a senior's financial problems. It's a valuable tool to allow you to age in place. And if you're a senior like me, that's a primary goal. By aging in place, I mean that you're financially able to stay in the home you love for the rest of your life. So if you own your home, with or without a mortgage, if you want to know how a reverse mortgage can change your life by giving you the financial freedom you need, find out how by giving me a call anytime at 561-441-2730. That's 561-441-2730. I look forward to hearing from you.
Rates and terms subject to change daily without notice. Equal housing number NMLS 166254.
Listen to the Steve Kane Show on...
All righty. It's time to check in with William Youngerman with this morning's gold report. William Youngerman, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey there. You're on the air. Gotcha. Oh, yeah.
Gold's breaking out big time yesterday, $10.60 on lower interest rates. Stable stock market yesterday as it gained a little bit, but losing again this morning. The market yesterday closing at $1,474 for gold. Silver was up 7 cents, closing at $16.42, while platinum was down $3, closing at $850, and palladium was up $20, closing at $14.21. The big news this morning: interest rates falling all over the world, with 1/4 and 1/2 point cuts consistently all over, causing the markets to continue to be in a disarray as far as financially speaking, and gold stepping up to the plate and the $1,500 number that we've been talking about, that we predicted in January we would see this year. Gold getting up to actually $1,499.90 this morning. Right now, gold trading at $1,494. That's up $20 right now. The silver, big move. We had about a 1.5% gain in gold this morning, but we've got about a 2.5% gain in silver. Silver getting up to over $17 an ounce this morning, $17.06 on the high. Right now, trading at $17.90. That's up about 48 cents. Platinum up $1 at $851, and palladium down $24 at $1,397. So the $1,500 gold price movement.
Mm-hmm.
The markets are indicative of saying that this is the best place to be for an insurance policy against us.
Absolutely. Well, this seems to be a great day to turn those items around your house that are made of the metals into either cash or into coins, because the prices are looking so good. If you got some old jewelry, any items made of the metals that are just gathering dust, call William Youngerman. Turn them into gold, coins, or turn it into cash. Give him a call, 1-800-327-5010, 1-800-327-5010, online at williamyoungerman.com. And you can stop right in. They're located in Boca Raton, just east of US 1 Federal Highway, on the south side of Palmetto Park Road, on the first floor of the Bank of America building. All right, we'll talk tomorrow, William Youngerman. All right, take care. Wow, that's a crazy stuff going on. Well, I got to tell you, President Trump, when he, they are saying now that they are going to organize. They are organizing keep in mind, the president is traveling to Dayton, Ohio, and El Paso, Texas, basically for funerals of people that were tragically murdered in these weekend events, and to show the family members, the survivors, the wounded, that the President of the United States cares and is here. And what are the liberals doing? They're organizing massive protests in both Dayton and El Paso. Have you ever seen, this is like Fred Phelps territory the left are in right now. If you guys remember Fred Phelps, these are disgusting people. It's going to play out on television, and I'll tell you what, the Democrats have screwed up here. But you know what? Let them screw up. The Democrats' screw-ups help us, help the president. All right, let's take a call or two before the end. Oh, no. See, we tried, but these lefties out there, they've made some really tragic mistakes, the Democrats. In fact, every decision they make in dealing with Trump is the wrong decision. You may have seen that they're making, that Monica Lewinsky is producing a mini-series on the Bill Clinton affair with her. I cannot wait to see that. Now maybe you had to live through that time, but I find Monica Lewinsky one of the most interesting women in the world, and I think a lot of people do, and certainly will be watching this thing. But Bill Clinton was a very smart politician. Couldn't control his private parts, but he a very smart politician. And what Bill Clinton did, and that won him re-election in 1996, was, at the time, Newt Gingrich I was talking about this last week, Newt Gingrich had just had the Republican Revolution, just won control of both houses of Congress. It was the first time Republicans had done that in about 30 years at the time. And they had the Contract for America. And he had there were very popular things in the Contract for America. One of them was welfare reform. I can't remember all of it. It's been a long time. It's been, my goodness, it's been 23 years. But when Bill Clinton was up for re-election, he took all of these very popular Republican positions like welfare reform, the welfare to work, and he made them his, and he sailed into re-election. If Democrats were smart, but they're not. If Democrats, that's why I can talk about this and not have to worry about them taking this advice, because they're stupid. If Democrats were smart, they would do what Bill Clinton did in 1996. It was Dick Morris's idea. They called it triangulation. Take the popular positions of Donald Trump and embrace them. Right? And they would find themselves in a bit of a better position. But whatever the wrong decision to make in regards to Donald Trump, you can count on the Democrats to make it. Mark Levin said the other day, and he was right on the money. When you saw in the news that these shootings happened, you knew right then and there what the Democrats were going to do. They were going to blame Trump for them, didn't you? The only question is, how long would it take? And it didn't take long at all. And, what Beto is doing with Congresswoman Pablo Escobar out in El Paso, organizing a protest against the President of the United States, who's coming to honor those who were lost, give support to their families, and give support to those who were wounded and struggling today, and protesting him doing that, big mistake. And this protest in Dayton, I expect to be a pretty big one the way they're talking up there, because the mayor of Dayton herself is practically organizing I've never seen such a thing happen, not in a time of national tragedy. Regardless of politics and things, this happened in our country. And even at the Walmart, there were Mexican nationals there, some of the victims. They were they were in America, even if they were not Americans. And this is tragic loss of life, and these are the kind of things that you think would bring people together. The problem is Democrats are not decent people. They're indecent people. And that's why these things happen. Well, listen, everyone, thanks so much for tuning in today. My name is Brian Craig. You are listening to Florida's longest-running radio show, The Steve Kane Show. I'll be back live with you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Until then, you all have a great day, all right? All right, guys, on Periscope, see you later. See you later. Everyone on YouTube, make sure you subscribe, all right? Make sure you subscribe if you don't mind, and I'll